Now this is going to be a review for episode 312 Naruto Shippuden. Sorry for uploading this late, but I originally wasn't going to review it, but after watching it a second time, I felt a lot more like reviewing it. Now the first thing I'm going to say right off the bat about this episode that I really liked is how they kept everything balanced. And what I mean by that is that usually it's like 70 to 90% filler in the past and 10 to 30%, in the present. Now they did a good job of going back and forth and helping things make more sense. And, not in a way where they, were just jumping too much, but they did a good job of just keeping things well balanced within the past and the present, and just making things make more sense. Now, this episode is about Lee, and it didn't really, I guess you could say, answer any questions that people were really wondering too much about, but it did help things make sense more. Now, in this episode, he finds about this ultimate taijutsu user, and he tries to, I guess you could say, learn from him, help train with him and make him better because his master's out of town and he's I guess you could say surprise him by, training as hard as he can and be just ultimately a lot better taijutsu user. Now, he tries to, I guess you could say, learn from this guy, but the problem is that he doesn't want to teach him because I guess you could say Lee reminds him of someone that was once his student, and I guess you could say they have similar traits and they're very similar in a few ways. And just generally I guess you could say he doesn't have anything personal against Lee, but, he's been down this path before and he's seen the same thing happen before, or at least he thought so. And he doesn't want to see the same result, so he tries to tell Lee to not be, try to be a shinobi or anything like that. If you only can do taijutsu, then you're just not going to be able to be a shinobi. And just the way I guess you could say, after going through that and everything, it helped make things more sense because what made more sense was because, I guess you could say this was one of the points that helped him try harder, gave him a better reason to keep on trying, but also reminded him of, why he was the way he was and why, he keeps on trying to keep on going and just push it past the limit overall. And also, there was a move, I guess you could say, I can't remember what it was called, but the one where he spins around and hits someone on the ground. This is actually what inspired him to create that move. And I gotta say, that actually does make a lot of sense, and that was a really good thing that kind of added in. And it was really great to see that he actually had that based upon some inspiration instead of just randomly coming up with it, which would have been more creative in a way, but there was actually a good reason why he created that move. And if you want to, know exactly why, then you would have to watch the episode. And just overall, answered some questions, good storyline, and it really signified a lot of things. And it really, I guess you could say, had a lot of meaning as far as, the character of Lee and helping things make a bit more sense. And I really liked this episode, and it also, I guess you could say, signified some of the confidence and just overall showed how far he's come and just how great things have gotten since he was from when he was young, and how much better he is as a taijutsu generally now. And it made him look so much better in a way that he just totally annihilated that guy. Like, no joke. He didn't even have to, he didn't have to go beast mode, the sixth inner gates or anything like that. He just did it right off the bat. I mean, it was really crazy, and it shows you how much stronger he's gotten over the years. Like, just no joke. He's gotten a lot better and really separates from the rest and surpassed the master's, I guess you could say, thoughts and, what he thought he was going to be able to predict, what was going to happen. He thought he knew what was, going to happen along this path, but things were really overall good in this episode. So I definitely give this a 4 out of 5. Like I said, they could have slacked off in a few ways, but they definitely did a good job of, I guess you could say, not showing that the slack off or making a really pointless, empty kind of episode. And they did a great job of keeping things balanced and keeping you entertained. And also, I guess you could say, like I said, making more sense and just making this a really good episode overall.